Hello, friends. I'll be talking about total five matches with you. The two matches from yesterday, Bangladesh versus England and Scotland versus Nambia. And then I will be giving my match predictions about three matches. Today's match, Australia versus Sri Lanka, and two matches of tomorrow, West Indies versus Bangladesh and Afghanistan versus Pakistan. So first of all, let's see what happened in the two matches yesterday. The first match was between Bangladesh and England, and that was a really comprehensive and one-sided victory by England. I would say Bangladesh fans would be really disappointed, not because they lost, but the manner in which they lost. They couldn't even compete with England. They couldn't post a good total, and England won it with lots of wickets remaining, and they won with almost 6 overs remaining. England won in 15th over, and with this victory and this loss for Bangladesh, Bangladesh is sort of looking like the weakest team in Group 1. They are in danger of finishing at last position in the Group 1. Or maybe that England team is too strong for them, and the England team now looks like finishing at the top of the Group 1. So right now, I would say that the road to semi-finals is almost over for Bangladesh. The only thing is that in the remaining matches, they have to see that they don't finish in the last position. And then talking about the other match of yesterday, Scotland versus Nambia. We were talking that Scotland looked a slightly better team before this match. They were looking slightly stronger because of their performance in the qualifiers. But the way Nambia team performed, they showed that there is not much of a difference between Scotland and Nambia. And on their day, Nambia can also beat Scotland. And it was really good opening bowling performance by Nambia fast bowlers. And Scotland, I would say, had lost the match in the first 6 overs itself, in the power play itself, when they lost all of their major batsmen. And the total which Scotland posted, it was always going to be easy for Nambia, even though Scotland bowlers fought in, they put up a good fight, but Nambia, it was sure that Nambia would chase that sort of a total. So Scotland, even though they finished at the top position in their qualifier group, but going by this result, there is a fear for them that in the Super 6 stage, Scotland might finish at the last position. Talking about today's match, Australia versus Sri Lanka. Although going into this match, Australia looks like favorite, but I would say that this match can be a close match. And the reason is you have to see that Sri Lankan team is in really good form and Australian batting is not in good form. And one more important factor, that Mitchell Starc won't be playing today's match due to an injury. He is unavailable. So all these things might just work in favor of Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka might surprise Australia. Because if we see, Sri Lanka is sort of a winning streak. They have won their last 4 T20 internationals. They won all their 3 qualifier matches, and they also won their last match against Bangladesh. And in case of Australia, when they came into this tournament, they were not in good form. And the match they won against South Africa, I wouldn't call it a convincing victory. Their batting struggled in that match. Their bowlers bowled well. Their bowling attack is, of course, good, but in the batting department, their top order is out of form. Their openers, they are not performing well. Finch and Warner. And then Mitchell Marsh is also not performing well. So it all goes down to Steve Smith and Glenn Maxwell, and then Marcus Stoinis. While in case of Sri Lanka, if we see that their whole team is performing well, they are in really good form, their batsmen, their bowlers, and they have a good spin attack also. And if while batting first, if Sri Lanka can post up a total of 150, I think their bowling is good enough to restrict Australia to below 150. And if Sri Lanka gets a chance to bat second, then as we are seeing in the tournament that most of the times the team batting second is winning. So I think there they will get the advantage and Sri Lanka can surprise Australia. So I won't say there is much of a difference between two teams. I would still consider Australia as a slightly better team, like 55-45 going into this match. But the difference is not big. It's not that I would say 80-20 in favor of Australia. For me, it's 55-45. Sri Lanka can surprise, but still, I would go with Australia in this match. My match prediction is that Australia will win this match, but it will be a close match. Then talking about tomorrow's match, the first match tomorrow is between West Indies and Bangladesh. And this match, you can say, will decide which team will finish last in the group stages. Because whichever team is going to lose, then it will be almost impossible for that team to qualify for semi-finals. And the other teams are looking in better form. Both these teams right now in the World Cup are looking completely out of form. West Indies is struggling both in batting and bowling, especially in their batting. They have to put up a good show. Their batsmen have to perform well. They have got big names with them, and they are the defending champions. So, can they afford to lose even to Bangladesh and finish last in the group stage? And if we see Bangladesh also has improved a lot in the last few years, but their performance in this World Cup is not up to the mark. So they would be also eager to gain their first victory in the tournament. So I feel this match can be an interesting match. West Indies versus Bangladesh. It can be a close match. You might see a thrilling match. And talking about the match prediction, I think both the teams will give in a better performance. And I feel that in this match, West Indies will edge past Bangladesh in the end, and West Indies will win this match. That is my prediction for this match, that West Indies will win. And then talking about the next match, Afghanistan versus Pakistan. Even though on papers it looks that Pakistan should win it easily, I was highly impressed by the performance of Afghanistan in the previous match against Scotland. It was a really dominating victory by Afghanistan. Their batsmen are in good form. They have got an explosive batting lineup, and also their bowling attack is good. They have got some world class spinners in Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi. And somewhere I feel that Afghanistan has the capability to surprise either Pakistan or India or New Zealand on their day in this T20 World Cup. I feel that Afghanistan will win one match out of these three matches. And in case of Pakistan, Pakistan right now is looking like the strongest team in the group as well as in the whole tournament. And they have just won two of their toughest matches in the group stage. And here I feel that maybe Pakistan just might be a bit relaxed going into this match against Afghanistan. They might be feeling that we can win this match easily. So if that's the case, I think in that case, Afghanistan can surprise Pakistan. But still, as far as match prediction is concerned, I will pick Pakistan as the winner of this match. So my prediction is that Pakistan will win this match, but Afghanistan will also give in a good fight, and they have the capability to surprise Pakistan also on their day. So let's see how these three matches goes, the match today and tomorrow. Okay, friends.